I am Kim Ayres, and my family has the Worker Family Fund with the Community Foundation of South Jersey. My first memory would be, we kind of grew up in the church, my whole family, and so Sunday school is what comes to mind, where you always had to bring your offering, and it just became more or less an expectation, a way of life that we never questioned or we never were without. It was just kind of a natural extension that from that original giving, we just kept thinking of ways to help. And my parents made it kind of clear that it's pretty simple. You just try to help people in your life. And we just kept going forward from that. I think my parents have had the biggest impact on me because they just kept it simple. You know, they weren't flashy people. We weren't a family of great wealth. We were pretty average, middle class, but it was just a way of life for them that you helped people. That's what you do. You don't have to overanalyze it. You don't have to put a big name tag to it, but just matter-of-factly, you get involved where you can get involved, you help where you can help, and you know what? Your slice of the world might look a little better when you leave it. So that's just a philosophy I've adopted. You know, we're so good at making things complicated, but they don't really have to be that complicated. And my parents were good at just very straightforward and just very direct, and really instilled in us a sense of that's just what you do. I think an ideal world, I guess it's not achievable, but we can all shoot for that. To me, would be where we had a much better distribution of resources, where there was a lot more equality in terms of resources, access to information, education, so that people had more equal life chances, more equal opportunities to succeed. It's kind of tough to see a small percent of the world have a great percent of the resources. Well, I think the older you get, the more conscious you become of the needs around you. And I think you start to think there's got to be something you could be doing to make the situation better. And where I live, there's a good amount of distress. There's a lot of people struggling. So it's hard to escape seeing it and experiencing it. And it just seemed like kind of a natural thing to do is to jump in and try to figure out how to help people in that situation. Well, I like the Community Foundation because it's central. So everything is kind of centralized in that even though we have a small fund, we hope it will grow, and we hope to get the different generations involved in contributing on a regular basis. And there's one central place where we give. We have the ability to say what we would like to see that money go to, but we also have the ability to say, wow, there's a need that just happened in our community. There's a project that just hit a lot of obstacles, and we'd like it to go that way. But it was really the idea that there's something for generations to come. You know, there'll be something over time that we've contributed to as a family over across several generations. That's what really appealed to me, that it really is leaving a legacy rather than just, contributing as need comes up. We can really start to build a fund, and we know it'll always be there. It will have a lot of good offshooting from it because, as it grows and as the other funds in the Community Foundation grow, we all flourish. So I think it was the longevity that was very attractive to me.